All I do is punt.
Best offensive player and their best defensive player. Welcome to the Outback to Endzone podcast. This song is dedicated to our man, Jake Waterman. Today's gonna be the day Waterman's gonna spray one wide.
By now, I should have kicked it back, but he's nearly hit the boundary side.
I don't believe in anybody hits it like Jake does now.
Backbeat, the word is on the street that Eagles need a goal right now.
Somehow you've gone over and hit the post and everyone's looking at you now.
Saw that shank coming somehow.
Cause maybe you're gonna be the one to miss it. And after all, I can't buy a goal. I said maybe you're gonna be the one to miss it. And after all, can't buy a goal. Welcome to the Outback to Endzone podcast. Bit of a different start today, Aid. What was that all about?
It was an idea you come up with during the week, and you thought that I didn't agree with it because it's my man Jake, and I know he's going through a tough time, but you wanted to do a bit of a rendition for the Loosh, so that's what you come up with.
Well, we just didn't think it was fair. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, mate.
We just didn't think it was fair that me and Aid, we've been delivering these multis to the community, and look, we both let the team down this week. There's no shying away for that, so we figure there's got to be some sort of consequence. So every time either of us get a multi wrong now, we're either gonna, if we both get it wrong, we're gonna come up with a duet like we did today. If one of us gets one wrong, you're gonna see one of us doing a solo. So it's our way of saying sorry, and it's our way of giving back because we both fucking suck. There's no sugarcoating that, is there?
No, yeah. I think one thing I'll put out there, you're gonna have to win some multis because I don't think we need to hear you singing too much more.
That is a problem. I think the duets, you can hide me a little bit, but even today there was a clear fuck up on that. So feel free, get in the comments, let me know how shit I am. There's no hiding. At least you've got a good voice, mate. I'll give you that every day of the week.
But moving on, mate. We'll get into it. How's the week been?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Been a pretty good week. Obviously, some big news going on in the Outback Endzone community. We are a man short tonight, if you haven't noticed. That is because the great man, I'm sure he wouldn't mind us spilling the beans. I think we've talked about it enough, but another young one on the way for Adam. So that's very exciting news. Two-timer, yeah.
Two-time dad.
What a man.
He's on dad duties tonight and hopefully welcoming their second addition to the family.
Boy or girl, let us know in the comments. None of us know yet, so...
Boy, girl, or both.
Double.
But no, so how's your week been?
Yeah, been pretty solid, mate. It was good coming down to Ballarat today. It was fucking the old Arvo traffic getting down this way.
Yeah.
Fucking nightmare. But no, we're ticking along. Plenty of sport going on. Bit of World Cup fever action this morning, eh? How was old Lionel?
Beautiful. How good was Lionel? I got up early this morning. I didn't think I'd ever be an early riser for soccer. Like, obviously, we get up early in the morning to watch the NFL. But when I saw France are playing, I was like, beautiful. I want to see these blokes go to work. There's all the talk about how France are the favourite and they've got some seriously good players. And, yeah, they didn't start real well, but once they piled on the first one, they really put it on them. So it was good to watch. And then the golf starts up tomorrow too, which I'm pretty keen for. State of Origin tonight as a time of recording. So sports galore.
Mate, it is all happening. We'll definitely get into it when we get into around the end zone. But before we jump into that, we were lucky enough to be joined by a very special guest. One you actually teed up for us, intern. You got in there in the DMs.
Well, it's sort of what I do here is I get on the DMs and try and find someone to jump on or, here and there and just try and talk to the people. And, yeah, Reggie Jones.
The Road to One Tackle. Check him out on Instagram. He's got about 170,000 followers. But how'd you come across him, mate? Were you just scrolling away and sort of popped up? Or?
He followed us a while ago and then saw that we just messaged him and said, thanks for the follow and whatever. And just sort of, we never actually got back to him. And I was like, this seems like a guy that I'd love to hear his story. Like,
Mm.
had seen him, read a little bit about him, and then obviously checked his page and what he was about, and thought this would be awesome to get him on. So he's a walk-on student, so like he hasn't got a scholarship. He's not touted as, you know, the big athletes that are 5-star recruits. He is paying to go to college, and he's working his way to try and outdo these guys to get on, play a start, and get a tackle. Hence the name Road to One Tackle. So
It is
yeah,
genuinely an incredible story. Me and Adam, obviously, I sit down, had a chat to him. So I guess without talking about it anymore, let's rip into it. I think you guys are going to absolutely love this interview.
you go. Today we have a very special guest, a guy who's a walk-on at Temple, documenting his whole journey from a walk-on to his first career college football tackle. Reggie Jones, welcome to the program.
Reggie.
Appreciate you guys having me. This is an honor to be on y'all podcast, and let's have some fun.
That's it. So we were just chatting off air. You're in Florida. What's downtime sort of looking like now as you're in the college football season, off season?
Well, right now it's just like on the weekends, like I get my like Friday, Saturday, Sunday basically to myself. So I just came down to Florida to visit my girlfriend, but during the week, it's workouts, it's running, it's conditioning, it's lifting, it's meetings, OTAs every day. Learning the playbook, relearning the playbook, changing stuff up, getting ready for the season, getting ready for our opponents. First couple of games, we got Rhode Island, Penn State. Then we got the Army and Navy guys, so we're getting ready for all of them, and just trying to get the basics and the fundamentals down right.
Love it, love it. First question I've got to ask, when we got in contact with you, what is the first thing that you think of when you think about Australia?
Well, here's my Australia. I know is kangaroos. And me and my girlfriend also loved like a couple of like during the winter we watched Love Island Australia, and that was our favorite show of all time. So that's why I think about Australia.
Love it. Love Island getting a plug on the Outback to Endzone podcast, which we love. The drama and controversy. I'm
Love
not a
it.
big Love Islander, but I have 4 sisters who absolutely froth it. So you're not alone in that area, that's for sure. If you were to give us a bit of an elevator pitch, you've as I sort of said in the intro, you started as a walk-on. You've now got a really growing social media brand. If you give us an elevator pitch on your road to one tackle, what would it be?
My road to one tackle started as me trying to find motivation to back myself for giving my all to the football stuff because of being a walk on. I've lost some motivation because I feel like I've not elevated and I stay in the same place. And this road to one tackles allowed me to motivate myself and others to chase their dreams of being something bigger than themselves.
Love it, mate. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to unpack it.
Mate, the road to one tackle story is something when it sort of came across our desk, we're like, this is incredible. I can't believe we haven't heard of it any sooner. I guess, where did the idea come from?
So the idea came from this walk-on basketball player named Brandon Doyer. And he went to Florida Gulf Coast University. He did a thing called Road to One Point. And it came, I was actually a fan of it when he first started it, but I like disappeared away from it because I was just being a fan. And when I was trying to look for more motivation, I was just looking on social media and I needed to find something else to push me a little bit extra. So I remember Brandon did the Road to One Point. So I was like, I haven't seen it on the football side. So let me use it as a content series and use it as a motivational series. So that's how Road to One Tackle came to life.
That's incredible, mate. At what point did you sort of think you were going through that journey, you were chasing that walk-on position? Did you think, no, I'm actually going to start documenting this and posting on social media? Because look, we can relate. It's not like the easiest thing to like make that step and make that first post.
No, it's not. I've always made content, but I never took it seriously till last season. And I think I just chose to truly start documenting it after my junior season was over because I didn't travel, didn't go to no games. Actually, the home games I had to sit in the stands and stuff like that. So like I was just like after the season's over, I was like, I just need something else to push me. I don't want to be in the same space that I was this season. So then I was just like, you know what? Let me just document my life and bring people along with my story and allow them to be a part of my journey of changing the way I, attack the game of football.
That's incredible. And like, your product speaks for itself. You've got over 170,000 followers on Instagram, mate. So people absolutely love it and follow it. What was the moment when your account started to really take off?
I would say during the season, I was like, before the last season started, I was like 5K followers, and I just kept posting about not playing or not traveling and just being a walk on at home. And from the beginning of the season, I was at 5,000. End of the season, I hit 100K on it from just posting stuff like that. And it was just like, it wasn't one video, it was just videos after videos, back to back to back to back to back to back, that got engagement, got good people following my stories, following my journey, and then it just took off from there.
Mate, that is so cool. How did your teammates sort of find it when you first started doing it versus to like how you're doing it now?
At first, when I first started it, like my freshman year, everybody just called me Mr. TikTok guy. I didn't take football seriously. Content
Yeah.
is corny. What are you doing? But then now to right now with this new team, they respect it because they see what I'm getting from it. And the money is coming from it, the network is coming from it, the connections, the people I'm meeting because of it. They have nothing else to respect it. Like everybody just respects it now.
I think it's one thing, it's a big thing in Australia too. We call it tall poppy syndrome. It's like people want to shoot you down until you get to a spot where people go, oh, actually, he's doing well in it. So it's fascinating to hear that it doesn't matter if you're in Australia or if you're in America, the same sort of thing. It's like people,
Yeah.
you're not taking it serious. Why would you make fun of yourself? Like, look at this idiot. But as you say, you're just trying to build yourself a platform that you can, who knows where social media takes you. And you've already said from 5,000 to over 100,000 in one football season. Wait till you take that first tackle.
Exactly. Like I already in my head, I've wrote it down. I've dreamed it. I've literally had dreams of seeing what this road to one tackle is going to do for me. And my platform now, after my like according to my platform now, to what it's going to be after I complete my road to one tackle is going to be insane. It's going to be like I already know like it's going to be a sports center. I already like I'm manifesting like it's going to change my life for the better.
How good's that? And it is crazy. Like our little bit of our journey, like we did it trying to get tickets to the Super Bowl, and it started off as just lying in bed talking to my wife about it, thinking how dumb is this, and then 3 or 4 months later, I was inside Levi's Stadium at the Super Bowl, like with a ticket fully paid for. What social media and content can do
Of
for
course,
you
yeah.
and for your platform and brand is insane. And as you say, just staying constant and consistent with it, people buy into your story. And when you have a story like yourself, it's awesome.
No, I appreciate it. I just feel like it's doing was so well as of right now with this road to one tackle because people always love to an underdog story because there's a lot of people in this world who are underdogs and they're looking for something to keep pushing them. Because that was me when I was looking for the towards Brandon. He was underdog, and his road to one point pushed me to make road to one tackle. So this road to one tackle is just every day I keep posting it. I keep getting feedback from my supporters like, thank you so much, your inspiration. And with that, that's going to keep making me being hungrier and keep making more content, keep going crazy on the football field because a lot of people are looking up to me, so I can't let them down. And also, I can't let myself down.
Love it, mate. Love it. Now, let's get back to a little bit of the walk-on story. So, as I said at the start, I don't think too many Australians actually understand what a walk-on is like. So, you grew up in Leesburg, Virginia. Was
Yep.
Temple always somewhere that you wanted to get to?
So here's the thing. I never heard about Temple University till I got to high school. And where I grew up in Virginia, it was all about the DMV. So the DMV, the main school is University of Maryland, right? Or JMU in Virginia or UVA. Those schools were always in my mindset because everybody who I lived around always talked about those that went there. So where I lived in Virginia, grew up, then in high school, went to the Master Catholic High School in Hyattsville, Maryland. And the Master Catholic is literally a 5-minute walk from UMD. It's on the same road. And I wanted to go there. So it was like I ended my senior season, didn't have any scholarship offers. I got received a PWO preferred walk-on offer from Maryland, and I committed. But then they told me they didn't have enough space for me, so I didn't get that. Then two other schools came to my doorstep. Temple University with a preferred walk-on offer in Delaware State. And I wanted to go somewhere where I would play football at a high level. So I chose Temple because it's FBS program. Now, what being a walk-on is, for the people who don't know, is especially being a preferred. There's two kinds of walk-ons, but they're the same thing. A PWO and then someone who walks on. A PWO is a position a coach offers you, saying they're offering you a position on the team, but they don't have any money for you. So I'm paying for school, but I'm on the team. Now, a regular walk-on is someone who different D1 programs will have walk-on trials where you come out there to try out to be a walk-on, and you're just primarily there to be a practice player, extra body, and stuff like that.
It's crazy. So no scholarship, no guarantees. It's purely just betting on yourself to
Yep,
hope that you can make something of it.
literally, taking that spot was a bet, but the bet is definitely is paying off times a million.
100%. How different do you get treated as a walk-on compared to someone who come through with a scholarship?
I would say the only way we really get treated, especially with my coaching position, like coaching staff, is just money. That's all it is. Like everybody's offered the same opportunities. You just gotta whoever does it the best does it the best. But the only difference is just money.
And how many walk-ons get through each year?
Since I've been here, it's been my fourth year. There's been some walk-ons that stayed with me this entire time, but there's also been some walk-ons that have left, fell off, transferred to other schools to get scholarships. So I would say like there's been about 5 or 6 walk-ons that stay every year, including me.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So you're going to school having to pay your way to just play footy. I think it's such a relatable, and as you said, an underdog story. So relatable to people because you're betting on yourself. You're not guaranteed anything. And yeah, if you haven't jumped on the road to one tackle journeys, now is the perfect time because
Now is the perfect time.
yeah, that's crazy.
100%, especially going into next football season. I know we're super excited for it. Mate, something that both me and Adam absolutely eat up and what a lot of our listeners have sort of been loving is just the culture of college football and really sort of diving deep into that. I guess for someone that sort of hasn't heard of Temple before or never watched a game, could you describe like that to an Aussie that's never been to a college game before? What's it like going to a Temple game?
So Temple, here's the reason I love our atmosphere, and Temple, the university itself we are based in North Philadelphia. North Philadelphia is a very grimy part of the city, very dangerous, but has a very home culture to it, I would say, because everybody like the 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 people that live in North Philadelphia that they're not part of Temple look out for Temple University, like students, like everybody's like always just together, and the sports in Philadelphia brings everybody together, so it's just a great culture. And then where we play at the Link. So if you don't know what the Link is, that's the Philadelphia Eagles home stadium. So we have our fans come to our games, and then we have the Eagle fans come to the games, and then anybody just in Philadelphia. So it's like Philadelphia. We're just all together as one. Everybody's excited. Everybody loves football, and it's just like everybody's just a one family, just going to try to win towards a common goal of just getting a W.
That's probably like the perfect explanation for any like Aussie NFL fans because we know how passionate Eagle fans are. So if that doesn't excite you to get down and watch a game of a Temple game, I don't know what would. That sounds pretty awesome. What's game day like for you, mate?
So I would say game day, especially when I traveled my sophomore year. I didn't travel last season because I got a new coaching staff. But when our game day was, you wake up like 3 to 4 hours before the game. You wake up, you eat, you stretch, you get your body moving a little bit. Then you travel to the field like 2 hours before the game starts. You get to in the locker room, put your stuff down, go outside, get your body moving, do a little warm ups, and then you stretch, go back in the locker room, get dressed, and then you come back out. You do like your little position drills, and everybody comes together. You do like a little team period, so offense versus defense, just seeing what the play is looking like, and then you go back to the locker room, and then it's kickoff time, and then you run out the tunnel, And running out the tunnel is so cool. Like that's a different experience. When I first did it, it was just like, whoa, I'm really here, because you see all the fans. Like you feel like all the fans in the stands are just chanting for you. Like your family's there, everybody's there chanting for you. The band is going crazy. The announcer is going crazy. We have fireworks when you come out. We have crazy loud pumping music because we're in the link, so the speakers are very. It's like a different experience. To like, it's very hard to try to say without doing it, but it's such a cool experience.
Mate, I've always dreamed of running out that tunnel. Ever since I've seen it, I think it looks like the most amazing thing, mate. I couldn't even imagine what it would feel like. I guess that's like the home experience. Have you had any like crazy atmospheres you've experienced at away games?
See, I only traveled to one away game my sophomore year. It was versus UTSA, and we played in San Antonio, and they had some regular fans. Now, when we first got there, it was very empty. So, like during warm-ups, it was fine. But during the game, the fans, they said some stuff I will never repeat. The things I've never heard, but those fans were crazy. But that's why I love football, because it just brings people together to make them do outrageous stuff. But they they're hungry. They're in the game, and I gotta respect it as a football player.
Oh man, that's so crazy. We've heard some we call them sledges, like trash talk and some
Yeah.
of like the Aussie punters we've been talking to. We've heard some good sledges come over the fence while they're warming up the leg on the
Yep.
sideline.
We chatted to Kansas punter last year, Finn Lappin, and he said the kicking net when they played Missouri was that close to the Missouri. They had like an overflow section,
Yeah.
and he goes, "So I just didn't warm up." He goes, "I didn't
Yeah.
want to be copying anything." He's like, "I
Mhm.
just sat there and waited till I needed to be called my number."
Yeah, there's some college campuses and teams and their fan bases are crazy. And I like some of my old friends, like I went to high school with, or just old teammates in general. They've told me some stories is like you wouldn't even believe the stuff that like fans and just be saying or doing. It's crazy. But that's why I love football. It's just like it brings something out of people that a lot of stuff can't bring out of people.
It's just that passion, isn't it? And it's Australia as a nation loves their sport, but I think the way America do it and Australia, there's so many learnings from sort of both countries. We actually had one of our Aussie rules teams had a whiteout on Friday night, and it was in homage to sort of the Penn State whiteout. And was it as good as Penn State's? Well, of course it wasn't, because Penn State have been doing it for years and they've nailed it. But we both thought it was just such a cool thing to just brighten up a random Friday night game, to have the whiteout, how they all had the towels waving, the music before the game. And it's that atmosphere, especially the college football has, that it's just madness and bedlam. And as you say, the passion for football and passion for the game, it's probably what makes your story even.
Yeah.
They're the people it's resonating to, is because you're making the content about how hard it is to reach one tackle in college football as an athlete who's played high school, who's working his ring off to get there. So then these passionate fans who aren't as talented, aren't as willing to work as hard as you, sort of put their eggs in your basket and go, how cool is this guy chasing his dream? Has the content side of things ever hindered you, do you think? Like, ever affected it negatively, your football?
Uh, I would feel like sometimes I would definitely say I have taken a little bit more time to focus on my content than focus on football. But that was like in like the beginning stages of me making content and in college football. But I think I've definitely got to a point with like time management. So I'll spend an hour and a half editing and shooting content, and I'll go spend 2 to 3 hours learning my playbook, watching film, stretching, getting my body ready for like the next day for like lifting and working out.
Has it ever been I love that, because I look at it too as the content. People can say like it's such a negative thing, but I would say people are going to be doom scrolling on their phone or going out playing golf or doing whatever they are. So the fact you're just putting your time and energy into content and showing other people, I absolutely love and think it's awesome and shouldn't hinder your football at all. Has there ever been like a coach that has been harder to, I guess, catch the content with, or someone who's been more willing to give you time and access with the content?
I would say all my coaching staff are definitely like mess with that I make content because they just want all my coaches are like they want me to be successful men outside of football. So everybody, all coaching staff are just happy that I'm doing this because I could be doing something crazy with my time and not be in literally all my content is literally either made at the facility, at the field facility, or at home. So they're just glad I'm being safe and just trying to do something outside of football that's going to generate generational wealth after the cleats are done.
That's awesome. And that support, I guess, is and buy into what you're doing, I think would be it's going to help you become a better footballer too, because you're developing two different areas, but you're showing that passion and that drive and competitiveness to be the best at both areas. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I got a great coaching staff. A great coaching staff. And it's so funny. Like, even when we're working out, like our coaches watch us work out, especially during the summer. And while I'm running, they'll be like, go get that road to one tackle. You got to keep working. It just like, it motivates me to keep going. So, yeah, I got a great support staff.
That's so good. The journey, the road to one tackle, you've touched on it earlier, but I think it's so much bigger than just getting one tackle, and
So much
the
bigger.
people that have bought in. What will that moment mean reaching that one tackle? Because you're going to get it. 100% you're going to get it.
Yeah. I Here's the thing. I've thought about when the moment happens. I just don't know how I'm going to feel because part of me feel like when I get it, I'm gonna be so hyped, I'm gonna like black out. A part of me feel like I'm gonna cry because of how much work I've done in this. And then another part of me is just gonna be such in shock is like that it happened. But I just know when it happens, it's gonna shock the world. I know it's gonna shock the world. And I think it's going to build and I feel like it's going to allow people to even more like just believe in themselves because that I manifested me saying I'm gonna do it a whole year before and then it happened. I think it's going to resonate with a lot of people. And a lot of people are going to start believing and chasing their dreams even more while they were still following this journey a year back.
Love it. All over Sports Center. I can already see it.
That's why I've dreamed and seen that so many times and wrote it down so many times. It wrote a one tackle when it happens on Sports Center, on ESPN, on Overtime, on Bleacher Report, on Rap TV, on everything.
For sure. We'll wrap it up a little bit, mate. I really want to touch on the Australia and America and how much your knowledge is. You're 49ers. You're a 49ers fan, correct?
Bang bang Niner gang.
They're coming to Melbourne. They're coming to the G
I
in
know.
September. How exciting. We can't wait. The tickets, over 100,000 tickets sold out in just over an hour. It is going to be
Really?
mental. Yeah, it is going to be the first ever game in Australia. I know Kyle sort of mentioned he's not wrapped about the travel to Australia, but I promise you the Niners nation here is crazy. So there will be a big
That's good.
49ers support. It's going to be a Rams home game, but I think there'll be plenty more Niners in the stands from our sort of communications. But if you were to come to Australia, what would be the first thing you would do?
The first thing I would do in Australia, I ain't gonna lie, I want to go fishing. I want to see what type of fishes y'all got because I love fishing. It's one of my hobbies, and I want to see like what fishing is in Australia.
I'll take you out, mate. I love my fishing as well. So if you get over here, make sure you hit me up. We'll go out in the
I
boat.
bet. Cause like it's also I remember like during COVID, I used to watch this one guy who was in Australia. He used to go spear fishing in the wild. And it's just like that type of content has always resonated with me because it's so cool and a lot of people want to do it. I know I want to do it, but it's like I'm living through him doing it. And it's kind of cool because I still feel like a lot of people living through me with my road to one tackle. So it just all, it's like it's funny how it all just like resonates with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's all right. We won't jump in the water where the sharks are, mate. We'll stay on the boat.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy staying out of there as well.
Yeah, see, I like being in those environments. I just don't like to truly go too far in those environments because I want to be able to stay up and see the next day. Scared of sharks. Terrified of sharks.
That's the one thing I think you'd be the first American we've spoken to in a long time that the first thing they don't mention is, the scary animals in Australia. It's all not that scary with the animals. There's they don't just sit in your backyard looking to eat you. But sharks, we keep clear of the great whites. We don't need to be near them. Can you give us your best Aussie accent?
Aussie? Oh my best. Oi.
That's not
I have
bad.
I have an Australian teammate. He's our punter. So every time I say, I just be like, "Oi!" Hold on. Give me something to say. I want to see if I can do it in an Australian accent.
G'day, mate.
Good day, mate.
That's all right. I
That's
like
not
it.
bad. That's not too bad.
Oh, yeah, good. No, mate, just to finish up, we'll let you get back to your vacation. But for the people that have followed along and then hopefully the hundreds and thousands of new ones that are Australians that are going to join the journey, what is your message to the people following the road to one tackle?
My message is Road to One Tackle isn't just about getting a tackle. It's about creating a dream, creating a goal, working every day, grinding, do not quit of achieving that goal and bringing people along with you to do that same exact thing. That's what Road to One Tackle is about. And of course, it is about getting my first college football tackle, but it's more finding motivation, keeping that motivation, thriving through that motivation, just chasing a goal that's so far away to a point where once you get it, you got to keep being hungry for it and go past that goal. So that's what Road to One Tackle is all about.
Mate, absolutely love it. We can't thank you enough for your time. You've been awesome. As I said, let you get back to your vacation. Give your socials a plug.
Got you. All my socials is just literally, you can just look up the name Reggie Jones. It'll be RREGGIEJJONES everywhere. That's my socials. Reggie Jones.
That's it. Follow the man, watch him get to one tackle, and watch this journey of content just explode, because we've loved watching it for some time now, so make sure you jump on the back of it. Reggie, thank you. Thanks for listening, everyone. See you around like a risol.
I appreciate you guys.
Reggie.
This is so
Appreciate it,
fun.
mate.
Thank you.
We cross live to three blokes with absolutely zero sources.
All right, around the end zone, Murph, mate, the World Cup fever. I can't believe it's got me. I generally thought I would not be getting into it at all.
Like I said pre-show, I was up at 5 a.m. this morning. My alarm was set for 5 a.m. to get up and watch soccer. Like, soccer's become a sport in the last probably 6 months I've sort of got into a little bit just with the Premier League and all that. But never did I think I'd be up at 5 a.m. to watch it, that's for sure. I'm a score checker and that's about it.
There you go. I don't know if I'll quite get to the 5 a.m. stage. I think I'll get up to watch the Aussies play. But the thing that really gets me about soccer is I find it, don't get me wrong, I find it boring as fuck. But when there is a goal, there is like this adrenaline punch that just runs through you. It is a pretty surreal. I can't really compare it to any other sport, maybe like hockey, but it's not a sport I've really got into either.
But it's one of them sports where, well, it's life or death. A goal is life or death. Like, the only part that I've never sort of liked or understood about soccer is how you can play for 90 minutes and no one wins. But then one of my best mates gave me the rebuttal, but you like test cricket that goes for 5 days and there can be no winner. And I said, got no argument, fair enough, draw all you like. So, yeah, I've really got into it and I've been really enjoying it.
No, it's epic, mate. Well, if we get in and we run through some of the results, geez, we had an absolute beating. The old Germans, they knocked the absolute piss out of Caraco?
Yeah, Kiriko or something.
It's never good when you can't pronounce the name of the country.
7-1 was a fair old thumping, wasn't
it? Even I know that's a fucking pizzling there. Was there any big name scorers or any?
They were shared around a fair bit. Like I think it was 5 different goal kickers or something like that. So yeah, pretty shared around.
It's not looking too good for old Caraco. Sorry to all the Caraco fans out there.
The Carakians.
The Carakians, all 6 of them. They're probably all playing. They can't even watch. Sweden beat the shit out of Tanzania, 5-1. That's an absolute pizzling. And then we had Spain. This is a bit of an upset. This one caught my eye because this was Adam's pick to win the World Cup. Spain, they drew 0-0 with Cabo Verde. Again, another country that I didn't know existed before.
I couldn't believe that. I didn't see this game at all, but when I looked at the score and was like, 0-0, they must be just started or, halfway through. No, it was full time. I couldn't believe with the star power that Spain have to not score against a pretty ordinary opposition. So, hats off to the Cabo Verde boys. But
the boys, they parked the bus and they never put the bus in gear by the looks of it.
But it just means that, Spain now probably have to win definitely 2, maybe 3. I'm not 100% sure who's in their division, but I think they'll be fine.
You don't get to play the old Cabo Verdeans twice as well. They'll be spewing. That's a big miss for Spain. Expect them to come out firing, though. Surely they bounce back from that one. A couple big individual performances. My man, old Jimmy Haaland, or Erling Haaland, as he actually is called. Erling, is it? Erling?
Erling Haaland.
Erling Haaland. He's a funny-looking cat. He looks like a Game of Thrones operator, doesn't he?
He's like 6'5" and like lightning quick too. Yeah, he's an operator.
Yeah, he's definitely an alien, that's for sure. He kicked 2 on his World Cup debut. Old Kylian Mbappe, he banged home a couple for the French today.
Yeah, he really stamped himself as like, this is still my team. Like, I know how good Dembele's how good his year's been, but he's like, nah, this is my team still. And France were sluggish early. That was the game that I got up early for, and it was half time or just before half time when they first scored, and I was like, this has been a good game to watch because it was a genuine arm wrestle, and then Mbappe got involved, and he really put a few on him then.
I did see you shot a text through to the group message this morning, to the group chat, just saying, fuck, the French are good.
Yeah, no, they're going to be good to watch.
They're still going to be good. And then probably the highlight of the World Cup so far.
He's the GOAT.
Was the GOAT. Old Lionel Messi kicked a hat-trick against Algeria. He kicked their only 3 goals. They went up 3-0. Fuck, man. This bloke's 38.
38 years old, banging home World Cup hat-tricks. And I wrote Argentina off. I went, Messi's getting old. They're probably not that good. If he's going to do that, they are every chance to be right in there at the pointy end of the tournament. So hats off to the old boy.
How's that video of them saying, like, 8 years ago, they were like, oh, this is Messi's last World Cup. He's not going to go around again. The man's still doing it. Isn't that fucking insane? This has got to put an end to the GOAT conversation, doesn't it?
Well, I don't know, because Ronaldo is playing in this World Cup. If he walks out and bangs home a hat-trick, who knows, the conversation might be back on. Ronaldo's got a couple of years on him. I think Ronaldo's 40 or 41 or something.
Okay.
But, yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. He's on my team that I've picked. He's with Portugal. So, yeah, it'd be very interesting to see, mate.
I've got a question for you. It's not one that I can answer. But do you reckon this is their last World Cup? Do they could they in a world, one of them or both of them go around again?
Back to my point, if Messi's the younger one and he's only 38 and Ronaldo's doing it at 41, that means 42 for Messi at his next one. Who knows? But I wouldn't have thought. Surely not. Surely at some point you go, I've made enough fucking money. I'm just going to chill out for a bit.
It's got to be like when it is the GOAT conversation, all of a sudden it is like both of them have more money that they couldn't piss away if they wanted to. Like they're not running out. That deal Messi signed with Apple was
ridiculous.
Like America was just one of the blows my mind. It's all about legacy and who's going to go down as the greatest of all time now. So you're telling me that like Argentina, they wouldn't have him just coming off the bench. Maybe it's just for 10 minutes.
No,
Maybe it's not every game as a 42-year-old.
But the other thing is, if they win it, say they go on and win it this year, well then surely you just go,
forking it, don't you?
That's me. So, but moving on from the World Cup, Jamo, at point of recording, as we sit here, Wednesday night, 7:57, we are not far away from kickoff from State of Origin Game 2 in Melbourne. So the Blues are up 1-0. I've tipped the Blues, remember? I've got them 3-0 on the Interns on from a few weeks ago. So they had a massive comeback from behind win in Game 1. So hopefully we can wrap this up early enough and we can get on and watch that. But any thoughts on the Origin?
I'm not going to pretend it's a sport I give a fuck about, but I'm the trend I see, and we saw this with the Knicks. Big comeback, that momentum doesn't stop. So I'm going to back you, mate. And I'm going to say I think the Blues are going to run over them tonight.
Yeah.
On the old neutral turf down in Melbourne.
Melbourne, yeah.
I was wondering why it took me so fucking long to get down here tonight. It's because going through Richmond, there's fucking traffic everywhere.
a soccer correspondent who might as well be an NRL correspondent as well, Conzi, is at the game too.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a big Maroons man, so
Yeah, right.
he wasn't happy when I said that I hope the Blues win.
I don't think he would have, but oh well.
And then moving on from that as well, the US Open, this is another featured on the island a couple of weeks ago as well. US Open starts tomorrow, so the day the podcast comes out. Scotty Scheffler's your favourite. I think Rory McIlroy second, John Rahm third. I've gone on the island and said that Scotty wins by 5 shots. I reckon he's going to be in that good a form by the time it rolls around and tee off comes. So Scotty's my man. Get on and have a flutter if you want to. Gamble responsibly, all that stuff. The way that the US Open works, Jamie.
I was going to ask you about this. Is like, can't anyone like compete?
Technically, you can play.
You probably don't want me to play. I can tell you that for free. But
in order to qualify for the local qualifying, so how it works is there's 10,000, like usually about 10,000 people apply to try and play in the US Open every year. Starts by you have to have a handicap index of 0.4 or lower.
Okay, that rules me out.
So that rules you out.
Pretty comfortable.
Rules me out too, unfortunately. But then you go into the local qualifying. So it's 18 holes, play, whatever. From there, if you make the qualifying, you go into the final qualifying, which they call the longest day in golf. It's 36 holes, narrowed down. The winners of that then go on to it. So the tournament is made up from 156 players, but the likes of your Schefflers, Ram, Rory, those sort of guys, they qualify automatically. So there's a few things that make you qualify automatically. So if you've won, I think it's if you won a US Open in the last 10 years, any other PGA events, if where you're ranked, I think the top 50 players might go in anyway. So usually they go hand in hand. So there's usually sort of 70 odd that go straight through anyway. So of that, and then there's a few that make up. So like there's a few players on the back end of tours that have played majors that mightn't be at their best that are still trying to qualify. So it's the only tournament where you might see someone you've never heard of before because it literally is a blow-in off the street.
Yeah, right.
Where they've worked their way, qualified, made it, and yeah, so it's one of my favourite tournaments. I do love the US Open. It's held in New York at Shinnecock Creek Golf Club. So yeah, it's always good to watch. The Masters obviously still my favourite golf tournament, but yeah, this is always one to get around. So
there you go. No, I actually didn't know that, but geez, you get some good stories coming through. I love the old hack off the street, the old Rocky Balboa.
Well, if you've got a handicap of less than 0.4, I think you're a bit more than a hack, but we'll go with that, mate.
There you go. Well, mate, something we always love to get around is the local footy leagues. Saw some big scores coming through from last week and a couple of ex-AFL players who, were kicking a few bags. We had Sammy Lloyd down at the amateurs down in Geelong.
Ex-Richmond footballer?
Yeah, kicked 8. I think he's on 40-something for the season as well off
That's good going.
10 games. Yeah, he's averaging about 4.5 a game down there. Travis Cloak. Now, I'll tell you what I would have loved to see this bloke have a second career as a punter because geez, he could get onto one.
Leg.
Can't get that image of that glove.
Hutchie's glove where he's like bounced up and it's just sticking. He's one. I reckon I'd watch it once a year. It's brilliant to watch.
It's absolutely great watch. He was playing down out my way, old Yarra Glen. He kicked 7 down there so that he'd got it. Geez, he'd be mid-40s, wouldn't he? Pushing.
Well and truly.
Yeah, comfortably. Jared Brandy,
yeah.
He kicked 6 playing for Wentworth, so another man. They combined for 21 goals there. Mate, don't test me math, but that's not a bad weekend from those boys. Yeah.
I always love looking at Premier Data when they do the stats of like ex-AFL players at local level.
So good.
Like obviously Brett Bewley playing for Darley is like dominating. I think he had a quiet week by his standards and had something like 38 touches still. Like, I'll always love seeing there's a few actually playing in the Barrett League now. Like Alex Keith, former Victorian cricketer as well. Biggie Newen.
Yeah.
They just signed another one during the week
Alex
too.
Keith, that's what's the fella from St. Nick Hind? He's playing in
Nick Hind, yeah, he's a Darley as well.
Yeah.
There's a few playing in the Barrett League, but
that's rough. You're playing like local footy.
Darley got Brett Bewley and Nick Hind that have both come out of the AFL system not awfully long ago. So
we saw Nick Hind played against Gordon when Darley had the bye.
Oh yeah,
he got clearance to play for Clunes
for their past players though.
Fuck, it was a Ferrari on a dirt track. Watching him buzz around there.
Could imagine.
Goodness me.
No, very good.
Love it.
Well, we better move on.
Well, mate, we already sort of started this segment, didn't we?
Who's giving you the odds? Your dad?
Guaranteed. Gamble responsibly.
No, don't gamble at all. Not on that shit.
All right, intern. It's time for us to bounce back.
Come on.
I don't want to make a habit of us.
I
Bang the strings every week.
I don't want to fight with you either. I don't want to fight with you. We need to come together and get the people some money. So, what have you got for us this weekend, Jamie?
Well, I've got to bounce back, mate. And I've been worse than you. I've been going this is getting disgusting at this point. My bank account is starting to get drained. So I've got a good feeling about this week, and I've decided to mix up the sports a little bit. We are going back to the AFL but that third leg, I just thought, let's just have a little flutter somewhere else. So I'm going to kick it off. My first leg, I've got Adelaide playing Melbourne. Over in Adelaide, the Crows have looked fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
They've been rolling. Isaac Rankin likely to come back in this week. Melbourne been fantastic this year. Been fantastic at the G more specifically. So I'm backing the Crows to take this one home at $1.34. Moving forward, I think the Carlton's little bounce back with the Josh Fraser coach.
Sugar hit?
Yeah, I think it is a sugar hit, mate. They've been having the Red Snakes. Going to come to an end this week. Giants are going to roll over the top of Carlton there, so I'm pretty confident in that one. That's played up at NG Stadium, and I went to a final, Hawthorn GWS last year at NG Stadium, and that is the Hawks ended up taking the Chockies, but that is I wouldn't want to play a team up there. It's a weird shaped ground.
I'm a big follower of Dan Does Footy, and Dan Gorridge reckons it's the worst stadium in Australia.
Mate, it was shocking. They had reusable beer cups there in the stadium. Like, you'd get a beer and they'd give you a cup you'd have to piss. That's a fucking joke, isn't it?
No, thank you.
Yeah, but anyway, well, they're not going to lose up there, the Giants. I think they've hit some good form as well. My final leg. Now, look, I know what listeners are going to say. This is not my cup of tea, but I am a World Cup expert enough now since I've watched 1.5 games. A team that our soccer correspondent, Chauncey, flagged for us was Morocco. Now, Morocco are playing against Scotland. And recently,
they tied.
Yeah, recently in the last game, Morocco played Brazil. Brazil are meant to be a good team, right?
Yeah, yep.
I would have thought. They drew with them. They went 1-1, which is a pretty good team. Now they're playing Scotland this weekend. Now, Scotland, I could be wrong here, but they played Haiti last week. Haiti with an island of 15 people. So more than half their population is playing for their team. They drew with them. So they can't be any good. You can't tell me Scotland are any good. Could they?
I think Haiti aren't awful, but fair. Well,
they get hit by a tsunami every second week.
Yeah.
They don't even have a fucking oval to kick the ball on.
I don't know. They're two that I don't know too much about. So what, you're going to go with, you're not going with Scotland?
No, I'm going Morocco. They're
right.
going to roll the piss out of them. It's not even going to be, I reckon, I'm calling 7-0.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the chants from the Scottish army, the Scottish fans?
No.
You know they're freed from desire.
I
Yeah,
did.
Scotland's on fire. Your defence is terrified. It's brilliant. So I reckon, Scots are going to get you, I reckon, but I don't mind
there's no fucking way. You're drawing with Haiti. Haiti? How did they make the tournament? That's got to be pissed. Where do they play? Name one player for Haiti. That's what I thought. I couldn't name a Moroccan player either, to be honest with you. But no doubt they've got some cats. They would have a bit of leg speed, I would have thought. But over to you, intern.
Well, what odds do we get there? Sorry, Jamie.
Sorry, mate. We get $3.10 there. So
$3.10. Three legs, $3.10. Not
three
too
legs,
bad.
$3.10. Put your $25 on that this week, and let's get a win on the board, please.
Yeah, please.
I don't want to be
both
singing
of us.
again. Yeah.
I'm going to go. This is going to be very controversial. I'm doubling down. Turkey to win, Keenan Yildiz to kick a goal.
Oh, you tricked me.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You tricked me. I was like, well, that's not what you sent in earlier.
As much as I want to do it, because I reckon they will. I'll get to it a bit later on. I've gone back to a sport I know a little bit better. I've gone to the AFL. And this week, I'm going halfback heavy. I'm calling it.
Oh, I love a halfbacker and a multi.
So we're going to go John Noble, Lockie Ash, Lockie Whitfield, Jack Sinclair.
Okay.
4 halfbacks.
4 of them. Okay.
25 plus touches each.
Okay.
So
Okay. Noble's got the Hawks up at Gold Coast.
Yep.
He's been taking the piss.
he's been awesome this year. And he's
Yeah.
like clearly their distributor off halfback. So
They just love getting it.
they want the ball in his hands.
Basher Hooley when he
Yes,
played under
Dimmer. Well, it's the
Dimmer?
exact same thing. I think it's
Yeah.
that same role. So they want the ball in Noble's hand.
mm,
Whitfield Nash have Carlton, so that comes into your multi as well. Sorry.
take the piss out of them. Yeah.
Well, it's just a case of Ash has gone away. He went in the midfield for a little bit. He's back at halfback now. So he didn't have a centre bounce attendance at all during the week. Last week.
Love to see that.
I just think those two. There's not a heap of firepower for Carlton up the front, and I just think those two, like the way they play together, they're going to get a lot of ball. They'll distribute. They'll run off halfback. That orange tsunami they talk about.
I'm sick of hearing about that.
No, I know, but it's
one
what
of the
they
most.
do.
It's one of the most fucking overused. Every time they run orange tsunami,
Yeah.
like fucking spare me.
Well, if it gets them 25 touches each this week, then
no,
by all means.
a shitload of kick-ins, mind I might add, for all of everyone, and Jackie Sinclair as well.
And then, Sinclair's got the dog, so I just think same theory again. Sinclair's having a great year. In the last 6 weeks, he's only had one game where he's been under 25 disposals.
Wow.
He's just going to be off half-back, racking that ball up. Wilkie will go to Norton. It'll free up Sinclair. He'll just go rack the ball up off half-back and do his thing.
Even with Wilkie, I think, Wilkie's been winning a lot of ball this year. But,
Yeah, he's had a good year as well.
They do look for Sinclair. He's that leg off half-back. Wilkie's more that intercept marker.
So I've tried to go a little bit safer, we'll call it.
Yeah.
So only $2.60 for me.
Okay.
But your 25 at $2.60 gets us back even and
Mhm.
actually in front from last week.
That's what we want.
So it's only going to be just in front, like $1 or $2 or whatever the maths works out to be. But at least it's back in
the
front.
green.
It's just in the green, if not worst, even. So as always, jump on, have a flutter, have as much or as little as you want. Don't bet on it at all. Follow along if you want. But as always, gamble responsibly.
Well, the listeners are the winners now because they either win some money or they get to see us make an absolute fool of ourselves. So
The worst part about this whole song thing you've brought in, which me and Adam haven't agreed on, you've just made us do it. The part that I am worried about is that we're going to have to do a lot more of that than I'd like to.
Oh no.
The singing, doing that doesn't pay my bills.
We still lose money and have to sing. So anyway,
We'll move on. We're going to the island.
Forget Love Island. Everyone should watch Intern Island.
Righto. I touched on it with Murph's multi, and this week I'm going on the island. Turkey and my man Keenan Yildiz are going to bounce back.
Don't do it to the people.
I don't do ifs, buts, or maybes. I do absolutes. And I'm telling you right now, they play Paraguay. The US bent Paraguay over and fucked them. There's no light way to put it. It was 4-1. Turkey are meant to be the best team in this group, this lot with Australia, Paraguay, and the USA. Meant to be. I think they got touched up against us. They got embarrassed. They looked stupid. Yildiz started on the bench for whatever reason, fitness, whatever they want to call it. That shouldn't happen again because now they have to win.
Not best 11, I heard.
Well, they have to win though, Jamie. And in order for them to put their best team out, he's going to have to be out there. So he's going to play 90 minutes. They're going to bounce back against Paraguay, who seem to be the worst team in this group that we're in. I just don't see a world where they don't win this game. So I'm going with Turkey, Keenan Yildiz, bounce back game. They get on the board. He kicks the sausage. And all of a sudden, the Turks are back up and about. And now, for anyone that thinks I'm biased Turkey or I'm from Turkey or whatever,
They're paying him.
the only reason I need to go through there is a hair transplant, maybe, but that's about it.
He might be the Turkey correspondent.
I was about to say, I'll happily go there if they're going to give me a hair transplant for all the promoting that I'm doing.
They fucking should with the amount of plugs you've been giving them.
But nah, the Island this week, they bounce back, Yildiz goal. If you want to have a multi on that as well, fucking lock it in because it's happening.
If anyone sees Aiden's hair start going back,
You'll know why.
Well, sure they get a gun against Paraguay, mate. Surely.
They have to. Paraguay, if Paraguay beat them, I'll get the fucking Paraguayan flag tattooed on the ankle.
Oh, you heard that, Ip.
I may have made a mistake.
We will fund that for you as a page if that happens.
If you're going to pay for it, then I'll happily do it.
Yes. I'm never going to be. I'm so
I
excited.
don't even know what the Paraguay flag fucking looks
Oh, I
like.
wouldn't fucking know. I hope it's some. Oh, goodness me. God, I hope that happens. Rightio, intern. I've got a new segment to bring to the table.
Let's have it.
I haven't done too much planning. I'm going to be honest with you.
This will go well then.
But we talk about the All-Americans. We talk about the All-Australians. There's constant conversations that gets run through the year. And I've decided, how about we do our own off-field All-Americans? Because we talk about on-field so much, but there's some fantastic performances that need to get spoken about. So we're going to run like our own little All-Australian team, the Outback All-Australian or the Outback All-American squad. And to kick it off, mate, we have our first inductee this week. Our first inductee to the off-field All-American squad. And it is the man that has been in the media a fair bit. And, you know, most of the time when it comes to building your team, you've got to address the quarterback situation quite early. So we're addressing our quarterback straight away. And our first inductee, give a big round of applause to Brendan Salisbury.
Good on your Saws.
This man, as we discussed, geez, he didn't mind a punt, did he?
Didn't mind a flutter. I was about to say, maybe he's the man we need to bring on to give us a few multis.
Well, he got caught, so I don't know. Well, Means was probably winning, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, maybe he might have to be our new correspondent. But he's being inducted, and he's obviously been talked about a fair bit. He's been denied going back to college, and he's going to be putting his hand out there to get an NFL roster spot. And there's a lot of talk that he could be going to the Browns. I just wanted to get your thoughts on this one.
It's something our basket case fucking franchise would do. We've got 12 quarterbacks already. None of them are any fucking good, so let's just add another one to it.
Well,
Give him $10 million a year while we're at it.
I don't know if you'll be giving him 10 million, but I'll be honest, I actually don't mind this because, as you said, you don't have a good quarterback. So is there any danger in having a ping at another one? This guy had first-round potential. There's no doubt about it. So you could potentially be bringing in a first-round draft pick for absolutely nothing. He played some great games at Texas Tech. He's obviously had some issues there, and it wasn't like a $30 bet that he slapped on one weekend, like Jaden Stevenson. Like this man, he fucking spent a lot of money.
Yeah, we had to go. That's the issue. If the Browns pay him, he's just going to punt it all anyway, probably.
You got to think at this point, if this man does want to have a career, you've got to get over this problem, and he would have the best support around him. So I'm a big believer in giving guys second chances, but in saying that, he has taken our off-field All-American quarterback spot, Brendan Salisbury. So we're going to be following his career very closely and keeping keen updates on this year. And I reckon we can build a pretty good spot, mate.
So are we going with the idea behind it? Is there players that, you know, you want to have around you off field or just incidents off field? Like,
yeah.
Are we talking like your Campbell Brown types? Your
your real fuck ups.
Okay, so your Henry Ruggs types. Yeah, okay, I see where we're at.
If Ruggsy had his run, if Ruggsy was in the media this year, he'd be the captain, mate.
Yeah, I see where we're at. Okay, I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking if we were going, you know, off field, I was sitting there going, oh, Money Manziel has to be the man at QB. Who wouldn't want to party with Money Manziel? But no, I see where you're going here. We're going down the Michael Vick type road.
Oh, so. Yeah. We're talking dogfighting rings. Yeah,
okay. I'm with you. I'm with you.
So, yeah, we're going to run. This is going to be the 2026-2027 edition. May as well get started in the off-season, start building the squad now. And we'll build this squad throughout the whole season. So we'll see what we end up with. But we've addressed quarterback earlier. I just think you've got to get your quarterback while you can because they're not your typical dogfighting, gambling sort of operators. Don't get me wrong, there's been a few scruffs back in the day, but
there's a few there. But anyway.
Michael Vick being one of
them.
Brett Favre. Yeah.
Well, I reckon there's an early candidate for wide receiver too. We might have posted a reel about this bloke or two.
Go on.
Ex-San Francisco 49er.
Oh, wow. Oh, he's He might be leading the captain at the moment. You're right. Plug him in. Put him in at wide receiver.
That's it. Brandon Ayuk. We've got two in the team.
He's got someone to throw to.
Oh,
You can't leave a quarterback there by himself. You've got to give him.
what is Brandon doing?
He's giving us content to post every day.
Oh,
That's what
my
he's
God.
doing. Fucking hell.
He has preface this. Hope he's all good. Hope he's just
Yeah.
taking the piss and whatever and having a good time. But yeah, old Brandon is he's doing a bit of carrying on, and I don't give a fuck what he does as long as he plays some football, because he's been in my NFL fantasy keeper league for the last 3 years, and I haven't seen a fucking snap from him.
Oh, no.
So get out there and just start running some routes, brother. Friend of the program that we met over
Rich
in Tampa.
Rocker.
Oh, Rich
I was so
Rocker's
hoping
comment.
this would come up.
Oh, my God.
Honestly, Rich Rocker deserves a spot in the team as well at this point.
Rich Rocker, rapper from the Bay Area. He has commented on our post of Brandon Ayuk and said, if I let you hit, don't start acting all crazy. And then said, me, as if it was Brandon Ayuk.
He's pulling on there. He's peckwooted around his front yard. His fucking lounge room. Oh, God. Rich Rocker.
That's
Comment of the week.
Comment of the week.
Yeah,
Comment of the week.
Shout out Rich Rocker.
Rich Rocker.
He's
What a
the
man.
Oh, God, that gave me a bundle of joy today reading that.
Yeah, it was very fun.
But in all seriousness, yeah, if obviously with brain injuries these days, you can't, like, any sort of behaviour, it could come down to anything. The man could be going through a lot. So, look, I know we have a bit of a laugh about it, and I feel like you've got to have a laugh about these things, but hopefully Brandon Ayuk is doing right. And as you said, he's just taking the piss and having a bit of fun and just doesn't give a fuck, because if he is, fair enough. Be your own man.
No, very good, Jamo. Well, what's the rest of the week look like for you?
Mate, I guess heading back to Melbourne tonight. Preparing for a bit of local footy for us on the weekend. Who you guys got?
We've got Spring, mate. Bit of a crosstown
Bankers?
rivalry. Yeah.
Right.
Always a tough game. They're always hard
Home
to beat.
deck or away deck?
At home, which is nice.
That's
so,
good, yeah.
looking forward to that. It's always a good game to play them. What about you boys?
I actually have no idea.
Fair.
Yeah, I think we've got someone tough, though. We had the piss beaten out of us last week, and I think we'll be pushing shit up a hill again this week. I'm pretty sure we're playing a good team. If we're not, then hopefully we win.
Yeah, no.
Well,
fair
hopefully we
enough.
win regardless, but it's been a rough old trot for the Gordon Twos this year, mate.
Do you get up early on Saturday morning to watch the foosball?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will be getting up early. I'm actually really excited for this one. It's going to be a good one. Is it 5 a.m. it kicks off?
5 a.m., yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll
Versus
be
the
getting up.
USA.
Yeah, I'll be getting up. I'll be chucking SBS on, mate. Sorted out my dramas with SBS. Shout out to you fuckers for having a terrible app. Finally got it sorted, but yeah, I'll 100% be watching this one. And Irakunde, is that how you say his name?
Irakunde, yeah.
Irakunde, geez, this mate's, and Toure?
No,
Toure?
fucking, I honestly know more players from other nations. of
Third
Australia.
cousin of Yaya Toure from Ivory Coast. He's a cat, that striker. He's looking good, the boys. I'm very excited to watch my Aussies play again.
My Aussies, he says he doesn't know a single thing about the game.
No, I know two players, mate. Yeah. Not Yara, Toure and Irakunde, the boys, the cats.
Beautiful, mate. Well, as always, get your comments in. Let us know your Sunday Sledges. Get around the page, like, follow, comment, all those sort of things. And we'll see you next week. See you around like a rissole.
We'll see you around like a rissole. Cheers.